By now I'm sure you've heard about the new enhanced integrated menu system Flow, a replacement for the InSim top toolbar, and it's from developers Parallel 42. There's a ton of reviews out there already, but in this video I'm asking a question I haven't heard answered. Is it any good in VR? Welcome back to the Sim Hangar. My name's Mark. Thank you very much for watching, and let's get started. Let me start by stating that Flow is an excellent enhancement to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and in a nutshell it's a new and intuitive menu system, which is highly configurable with many additional features. It comes in 3 variants. There's a free version, Essentials and Pro version. I'm using the Essentials version today, and I'm testing it out in my trusty HP Reverb G2. I think it's worthwhile mentioning that this is not a review, but an assessment of its usability and practicality in virtual reality. If you're looking for a well-grounded and honest review, then I recommend check out Dream of Wings, linked to his video below, where he covers off most of the main points. A quick word about Parallel 42, they're not new to development for Microsoft Flight Simulator. In addition to the excellent Flow, which is very reasonably priced for what it offers, they're probably best known for the people that brought us the Freedom Fox, Trent Palmer's Freedom Fox, a truly excellent rendition of the STOL aircraft, as well as a number of very reasonably priced bush strips, all beautifully handcrafted. They also have their camp-out utility. Personally, I'm not a fan, but of course some will like it. Fair enough, but it's overpriced for what it offers in my opinion. And then there's their first release for Microsoft Flight Simulator, Sky Park. Some 2 years after initial release, it's still in early access, and again expressing a personal opinion here, it is still yet to live up to expectations. Anyway, let's get back to Flow. To assess it in VR, we need to understand how it operates in 2D, and we're going to take a very quick look at that. You can disable the top toolbar from dropping down, which is a blessing. Configure a shortcut key to bring up their menu system. In the top right hand side you have the option for your settings, and here you can configure a multitude of different things. As mentioned, this is not a review, so we're not going to run through all this in detail. The menu system is intuitive, easy to follow. Following a recent update, it also now offers you the opportunity to change the size and color of nameplates that display in multiplayer, subject to which version you purchase. The number of options available within the menu selection is much wider than the toolkit, and you can place them wherever you want to, making access quick and easy. And the options can be spread over a number of different pages or wheels. This is the time option, for example. Selected it from the menu, and now I can adjust the time to suit day or night. Visual representations are excellent. Another handy feature is you can drag the particular menu item to the side of the monitor or screen, and it will remain visible and accessible via an icon. Very handy and useful if you're busy during a flight. Finding your way around the menu wheel is intuitive and straightforward. We'll have a look at 1 or 2 more items, and then we'll jump straight into VR. I'm going to select camera and see what's available for me there, and a single click on the icon does the job. Unfortunately at this stage you can't control the drone, but I believe that'll be coming in a future update. But it does give you access to some views you wouldn't normally see. Just one more, I think quickly, let's have a look at the weather. I'm very impressed with this one. And again, a visual representation of the wind, temperature, and whether you're on live weather or on preset. The information displayed changes as you change the weather. We're now in VR. Operates much the same, but with a number of restrictions. 1, you can't disable the toolbar. I disabled the setting in VR, and I just couldn't get the menus up at all. Maybe I was doing something wrong. If I was, let me know in the comments below. Initially you get the Flow logo, click on that, and then you get a VR Flow logo. Select that to bring up the menu, and the menu appears in a panel. This, I believe, is a restriction of Microsoft Flight Simulator and not of the developers. This is a real shame, as the menu wheel is nice and easy to tuck away in a corner somewhere. A panel, not so easy. You can place the panel wherever you want, click on the settings icon, and all the same features are available here. So you could change the size of the wheel, turn on or off nameplates and so on. Click in the panel and up comes the menu wheel. I've now moved my mouse away from the panel, and the panel disappears, leaving just the menu. It's not perfect, but a great innovation from Parallel 42. Unfortunately, once your mouse gets near the wheel, the panel reappears. But functionality of the various items is not hindered. Once again, I'm adjusting the time of day, and it works perfectly. When we were in 2D, we could drag the icon to the side of the screen and minimize it. You can do the same by dragging the icon to the side of the panel. The panel will slowly fade away as before, leaving just the icon visible. So you can pull it up quickly if you need to, but of course the panel reappears as well. The panel itself can be resized to suit your preferences, so the smaller the better. When you do resize, things will become displaced or offset from the center. This is easily corrected by simply clicking on the panel, and the displayed items will be recentered. But note, not all will be resized. I've selected weather here. I now want to change the weather, and we can see not all the panels are visible. I can of course adjust the panel size, or by clicking and holding with the mouse, I can move the item more central to give me better visibility. I'm now in the cockpit of the Honda Jet, brought up the menu, and I can reposition it and resize it to suit. What I found practical and quite handy was to minimize the menu. This shrinks it down and the panel will slowly disappear, but I know that it's there if I need it. The panel's now fading away and is now invisible. Bring the mouse back in the vicinity and it reappears. I can expand it and once again use the menus as desired. So my final thoughts. Flow functions fairly well in VR as a menu system, but the fact that it appears in a panel can be a bit clunky at times, and I found myself using the top toolbar on occasions rather than Flow, something that doesn't happen for me in 2D. I haven't tried the Pro version, but I can only assume it's exactly the same. Why wouldn't it be? Nonetheless, it is definitely usable and holds bright prospects for the future, and I hope Parallel 42 continue to focus on the VR aspect as well. Are you using Flow in VR? What's your opinion? Please comment below, I'd love to know. For me, in summary, I'd say that in 2D, well, I think it's almost a must-have. In VR, I do tend to use it most of the time, but mainly because of the added features and functions available from within the menu system rather than the easy access. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you found this useful and informative. Stay well, look after yourselves, see you again soon, and bye for now.